Before I start, I just want to say thanks. I came from Virginia, and this is really nice to be here.
Old Commonwealth.
Aunt Doug and Uncle Ernie's house is called Cardinal Point.
Cardinal Point.
Cardinal Point.
No number, just Cardinal Point in Weems, Virginia, on the Rappahannock River. Cardinal Point is an A-frame house with a pier reaching out to the river, pine needles, frogs, bird feeders on the porch feed the squirrels, barrister bookcases filled not with books but photographs, china cups, tchotchkes from Uncle Ernie's tours of duty.
Tours of duty.
Tours of duty.
Brought home for his wife, my Aunt Doug.
My Aunt Doug.
My Aunt Doug.
She's my father's namesake. Aunt Doug is loud and sugary, eyes sparkling, like she's about to tell a dirty joke.
Dirty joke.
Dirty joke.
Doug is a lot like her sister, my Aunt Pretty.
My Aunt Pretty.
My Aunt Pretty.
Called that because she was such a beautiful baby. Pretty married a Navy man, and Doug, married to a Marine colonel, never forgave her.
Never forgave her.
Never forgave her.
Like her sister, Doug talks with a warm Virginia drawl that makes me itch for a cigarette.
Itch for a cigarette.
Itch for a cigarette.
Uncle Ernie died 2 days ago on Pearl Harbor Day.
Pearl Harbor Day.
Pearl Harbor Day.
His lungs were filled with fluid. Cancer took his brain, his blood, and thankfully he died.
Thankfully he died.
Thankfully he died.
Before he was dead, he was a cute old man in suspenders.
Cute old man in suspenders.
Cute old man in suspenders.
And before that, he was a Marine who killed people.
Killed people.
Killed people.
Who is so good at killing people, he won a Silver Star for it. I think of how house keys are made by melting down spent shell casings.
Spent shell casings.
Spent shell casings.
Wondering if by some weird chance this key in my hand
Key in my hand.
Key in my hand.
was melted from a shell that Ernie spent on another young man long ago.
Another young man.
Long ago.
I'm afraid to look in Aunt Doug's eyes.
Afraid.
Aunt Doug's eyes.
And ashamed of my excitement to attend a real Arlington funeral.
Ashamed.
Excitement.
Ernie's body is under lock and key in Richmond.
Lock and key.
Lock and key.
Pretty is long dead and lost to the wind.
Long dead.
Lost to the wind.
And Cardinal Point is a ghost town.
Ghost town.
Ghost town.
I miss my Aunt Pretty and her stories. I miss Uncle Ernie and how gentle and quiet he was. And I worry Aunt Doug won't find her way. After 58 years of a direction to follow, what point will she find?
Will she find?
Will she find?